Hey guys, fifth insight for the week, last one of the week. We're in Romans 16, and some of them this week have been a little long. And to get them on the new Instagram format, I might have to chop them a bit in half. So you might see some part ones and part twos. Sorry guys. Trying to keep it good, trying to stop talking, but I just really love these chapters and the bits that talk about living. Because it's just great advice for living, and that's what Paul gives through his whole a series of epistles. But this particular week has some really great advice for living and trying to navigate being human, which is hard on the best days. So great. So 16 though is really just this, like how you would end a letter. I've just entitled it "Who's on Your List?" Because to close his letter or epistle, Paul sends personal thanks to those who are known to him who have helped him. Being mentioned and thanked by name is always nice to do. So if you're going to write a letter, or you're talking in sacrament, or you're just expressing it at a work event, just, give thanks to those that helped you out with it. Makes a big difference. And he describes a little bit of their best qualities. So, like, which one would you like to be known as? There's some interesting things in here. Simply in verse 6, greet Mary, who bestowed much labor on us. So, in other words, she worked really hard to help us out. She's a hard worker like that. I'd like to be known as that. That's another one I really loved. And I've gone blank. I think probably even just in 3, greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Christ Jesus. So, like, here's people that have helped me doing what I need to do, who have who have for my life laid down their own necks, unto whom not only I give thanks, but unto also all the churches of the Gentiles. He's like, salute my beloved. I'm not even going to try and say that name in verse 5. I'm not. Who was the first fruits of Achaia into Christ. So he was one of the first to come to Paul and say, yes, baptize me, I'm going to be here, I'm going to help you out. And so you remember these people. These people are remembered in your life. And it talks about different household, kinsmen, people that have become like family. And he mentions a whole bunch of people. The ones that support him and love him and care for him. He talks a lot about Phoebe specifically, who not only delivers the letter, but is a great server of other people. Like the verses for her are just beautiful. Phoebe, our sister, which is a servant of the church, you receive her because assist her in whatever business she hath need of you, for she has been a succor of many, and of myself also. So in other words, if Phoebe's got a good idea, get on board, because it's going to be good. I'd love to be known like that. Not all my ideas are great, but I'd love to be known like that. That would be really cool. Whatsoever business she hath need of you, go ahead and do it, because it's going to be good for you. That would be a great way to be. I'm aiming for that. Can't say I'm there yet, but I'm aiming for that. It's just really nice. So, what would you like to be known as you read through all these? Because a lot of you will look at this and just skip it and go, oh yeah. But look at what he says about each of these individual people and how he describes them. What kind of things would you like said about you if someone was going to write you a letter and thank you? Right? It'd be nice. And how can you do this for someone else? Who would you thank in this way? Who is on your list of supporters? Who have been the people that have gathered around you and helped you be you? I have a long list of supporters. And I can still guarantee that even then I'm going to leave some people off that have helped me at some time. And sometimes they're there for a year. Sometimes people have been in my ears for my entire life. Sometimes you make a friend that's a really good friend for a few months, and then they move on and you move on. And it was just that you needed them at that time. To help them for whatever reason. I think of one particular friend I had, and it really was a 3 to 4 month friendship. She'd immigrated here from India. I made good friends with her. We got on really well. But I wasn't at a space in my life where I was stable, and I needed her at that time. We were good. She needed someone to help her learn how to live here. And it just worked for that time. And then I moved on to something else, and she moved away to another part of the city. And it was sort of like, it was just different. Like, we needed each other for that 4 to 6 months. just to help each other for the things that we needed at that time. And I sincerely believe that God sends people into your life like that you'll just have for a short time. Others you'll have your entire life. Some will be there for years. Some might even be there for just 5 minutes. But they helped you in some way, and you have that kinship with them. So that's really lovely. So who's on your list of supporters? Maybe think who that is. And if there's some that you can thank today, go do that. If there's some that you can thank next week, or you're going to catch up with them soon, do that. Write letters to them. Write a text to them, a modern day letter. Put a little text in there to them. I don't know, just express your gratitude somehow. And make sure to let them know how much you appreciate them and their support. Absolutely. Put it in words, and good words. The best words you've got. Because it means a whole lot. And it really does. I've done that to a few people this last week because I've been feeling a bit down as well. No shame in that. Nothing in particular. I think just life's getting to me like it is to everybody. So if I can reach out and say thank you for supporting me and thank you for loving me for who I am, it reminds me of how many people actually do care for me and really do, or would come if I needed them. I could ask and it would be fine. But also just their support that they give through social media or, the individual messages I get, just it warms me to know that these people really do care. It's not insincere and it's not flippant at all. And it's nice that they put it in words. And if I can do that to them, because maybe they're feeling the same way. That's what I said. It just reminds me of, or if I start looking at who would I thank, then I'm reminded of all the people who have supported me and loved me. And that's pretty cool. That's actually really awesome. So there you have it. I rambled on for long enough this week. As I said, I've gone over for a couple of them, so you might see part 1 and part 2. I don't quite know how Facebook's uploading these days. There's been a few updates, so we shall see. But I think Instagram caps it at 10, so I might have to split them into 2. So if you're an Instagram watcher, look for part 1 and part 2 to make sense. Anyway, that's it. Looking forward to 1 Corinthians next week and a good discussion. I am going to be traveling next Thursday and I'll be away Friday, so I may just do a short little one next week and record that up. So you'll see these drop next week, so it'll be the week. Anyway, doesn't matter. Dates don't matter. But I will be at a beach, so there'll be pictures. Even right now, it's currently snowing there. I don't want to go in the cold, but anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. But have a great weekend. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Stay safe out there. Bye.